Aries, you are doing something so beautiful here. It looks like you are really evaluating and analyzing a wound you have and or have been in the past, and now it looks like you are gaining something from that pain point and turning it into gold, because we have the nectar here. It's about like squeezing the juice out of something and getting like a nectar and nourishment and sweetness, but it looks like you're doing it from some type of pain point that you went through. And it, because it's turning into gold, that means you went through some type of death process and or are coming out of some type of death process. But what you're doing here is creating something from it, and it's a really beautiful thing to see. And I feel like you had to create like some type of container for yourself, which is this vessel card, to be able to like hold something. It feels like you had to create stronger boundaries. I looked at what Chiron is, and I got the moon, which is Pisces or Cancer. And the wound for Pisces is feeling like you're always over giving or rescuing or having to output a lot of energy to be accepted. And I feel like you are no longer doing that if you were, but you really like looked at it and found yourself in it. It's like you went into the wound and you were like maybe expecting to see something like horrible or crazy, and through this going into it and really analyzing it and looking at it and feeling it, because we have the ocean here, so you might have been in like a deep emotional processing place, which I feel like is not as comfortable for you as an Aries, right? But it really brought you like so much something to hold on to. It's like you found your strength in your wound and you found why it was there, and you are now taking that pain and turning it into wisdom, and you're creating something from it. And it's really really good and really beautiful. And and again, it would have been, this would have been hard to do. Like, this is not whatever your Chiron wound is. It's a very very sensitive part of that we all have, right? And it's all different. Like, all the wounds are different, but they all kind of originate from the same place, which is being told you're not good enough, or being told you're different, or feeling misunderstood, or people betraying you, right? And I feel like, again, I don't know what you're doing, but it feels really important. And it doesn't just feel important spiritually, which it is. It feels important emotionally for you and mentally. I don't know. There's something about the mental aspect coming through here, but I do want to get into like more of the tarot, because I feel like I'm kind of scratching the surface of this, and I'd like to get in deeper. Okay. Sorry, the door is opening, and I'm like, why? The Hanged Man. Yeah, again, I think you had to go through like a really how do I say that? A really intense sacred pause. Like, you really had to go upside down with this one. Like, there's something about you really getting connected to what all this means, right? What this wound means, what it means for you, where you're going, how it's going to pan out. The Hanged Man. I feel like I'm still scratching the surface though with this. The King of Swords. Okay. Three of Cups. Are you reconnecting with, are you pausing on reconnecting with someone? It's like there's a possibility for reconnection, but I feel like you're pausing on that for some reason. What's the Moon? The King of Pentacles in reverse. What's the King of Pentacles in reverse? I'm getting this feeling from the Aries, like I always have to be the one that provides, and you're either dealing with people that are globbing off on you, or even like people may be telling you that you're like not capable, or you have someone around you. Okay, so there's a couple things. You could be feeling like because of the moon, right? This is in your subconscious. It's possible this could be in your subconscious. I have a couple of things to say, so just bear with me. So it's possible in your subconscious you were deep down feeling like you weren't the King of Pentacles upright, which is someone that can like take care of everything, that is resourceful, that can provide for themselves. And there was some type of trigger, either from a wound where someone told you that you weren't those things and you believe them, and that's what you've been processing. And or you could have been dealing with someone that was really taking advantage of your resources, really expecting you to show up and take care of everything, and then not contribute. And that was either triggering you or creating a lot of arguments with this person, or they were using I'm hearing a lot of emotional manipulation to get you to give them what they wanted. So it looks like you were dealing with some type of situation with somebody where, or within yourself, that was, yeah, causing a lot of pain and just disappointment. Oh yeah. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my God. And the High Priestess in reverse. Hold on. This is big. This would have, okay, how do I say this? This would have really like triggered you to the point where you wouldn't have been able to see, disappointed you enough to where you were like overwhelmed with emotions. I'm overwhelmed with like a feeling of even apathy or disappointment. Even a feeling of abandonment or rejection as well. Feeling like you couldn't move forward in some way. And it could be okay. So if this is just you, I'm seeing it as in the past, even when you were a child, or even just in the past in some way, not even when you were a child, just in the past in some way, you were treated as if you couldn't create, how do I say this? You weren't like sovereign. You didn't have the ability to create. You didn't have enough resources. You didn't know how to get the resources. You weren't smart enough. You weren't good enough. You weren't, whatever it is, whatever the saying is, whatever the voices that you heard were, you might have internalized that. And through some type of situation, you were revisiting that. It feels like to me, some of you, maybe all of you, maybe there's like some of you, there's like an external situation that's triggering this, right? Like where you're dealing with somebody that is treating you the way that you were treated in the past, and it's re-triggering this wound so that you can really go back and heal it. And that's what I was seeing you do. That's what I'm getting. Like it's, some of you it's and some of you is just or. So some of you are just dealing with an external situation that is triggering a lot of things within you, but they're more like current emotions. And others of you, there is like a definite subconscious thing that's happening that you are working on healing, that someone now has brought up or just recently has brought up. Okay. But it really, really like turned your intuition off in a very big way, either when you were younger or now, or either or both. But this is what you're reclaiming. It's like you're reclaiming your ability to see. You're reclaiming your ability to know your own worth. You're reclaiming your belief in yourself. That's what it feels like. Oh my God, it makes me want to cry. It's so like, I feel like up in my throat chakra and in my like up here, like right here. Like, oh my God, what is that feeling? It's like, just really deep grief. Yeah. Like there's just like really deep grief right here. And so you may have, like it feels like between your throat chakra and your heart chakra, there's like this ball or something. And I don't know, there's, so I feel like this is getting you connected to like a really deep grief point that you've had for a long time. And this was about clearing this out. That's what it feels like to me. Wow, Aries, this is so big. Oh my God, this is so big. The Chariot. Yeah, it's like, I just want to just break free. It's what I'm feeling from you. Like, I just want to break free. Okay. Oh my God. Good for you. It's just a lot. This is like there's so many things going on. I feel like you are dealing with, for sure, maybe possibly a external situation with somebody that is absolutely triggering you in some way. Yeah, absolutely triggering you in some way. That makes parts of yourself shut down, especially your intuition. And you would feel like you could not move in your life in some way. You would feel stuck because of this. Okay, let me see the Chariot. This is so deep, Aries. The Chariot. The Knight of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords? The Wheel of Fortune. Look at you. You're like, I want to get out of this cycle. I want to go into a new cycle. I want to get out of this one. This one's not fun. Yeah, look at you. Oh my God, I love this. Look at what you're coming from. Holy crap. Okay, you're coming from like, okay, oh my God, it's so crazy. It's like, you possibly could have, okay, I don't know what it is with this. It's like you had to go into a sacred pause. You had a possibility of reconnecting with somebody. You might have not. I don't know. Then we have the moon with the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is like feeling extremely not capable, feeling like in your subconscious, like just you like you can't figure it out, like whatever, or you were dealing with an external situation that was bringing that feeling up within you. Very triggering, very, very triggering, feeling very apathetic and emotionally numb, feeling stuck, feeling like you can't see. Then we have you move immediately into the Chariot, moving super quickly into a new cycle where you're in the Nine of Pentacles, which is like absolutely insane to go from like that to this. I'm like, the transition is insane. Like what? Okay, can I like understand a little bit more about what happened between here and here? Because this is what's confusing me. Can I see what happened between the High Priestess in reverse and the Chariot upright? What happened between? Because I feel the Star. Oh my God. That's why I was like, I'm missing something. Something's missing. Like this is because it's so crazy to go from like, you know, to like not seeing it all, feeling very triggered, feeling stuck to immediately moving forward. Like, what do you mean? Right? So it's like either something's calling to you, something is calling you. Definitely. I'm feeling you being called to somewhere else, like from spirit, from your guides, from the universe, from your higher self, whatever you believe in, something is calling you. It's like a dream, a purpose. It feels super like heart-led, like very heart-led, and it's helping you move forward. And you did healing, which was everything that I was talking about in the beginning. This is intense. Healing from something like this that way, like it's like you did this super quickly. I don't know why. I'm like, this felt so abrupt to me. Maybe it feels really abrupt to you. Maybe you're like surprised by yourself. I don't know. There's something about surprise coming through about like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, this is such a big deal. Like, yes. I can't believe I've been healing this. Like, I don't know. There's something about like you recognizing you're healing in a big way where I don't think you were seeing it before because we have the High Priestess in reverse. It's like people told you, Aries, that you were like bad and not good enough and couldn't provide for yourself, and you know you were all these things, and you know whatever. I don't know exactly what the words are, but they're words there, right? And they're not nice, and they're triggering, and they're upsetting, and they make you like this person that's like not who you actually are. And it feels like you did a deep dive on what is this actually, like, is this wound even real? Like, why am I telling myself these things? And you doing that deep dive was so important and integral to like you moving forward. And if you hadn't have done it, I don't think you could have gotten to this place. And so like you've been doing major healing, and I think that you're realizing who you actually are underneath the moon, which is not this King of Pentacles in reverse, right? It's not. It's the Star. Like you're the star. You're starborn. That's what I'm hearing. You're starborn, Aries. Like this is whoever was saying whatever they were saying to you. I think you've been realizing like that was them. That's not me. But you had to do a lot of work to do that. Like that takes a lot of work sometimes. But I do feel like you did this quicker than I feel like most people in the whole world would ever be able to do. I don't know. There's something about like the quickness to which you did this. Maybe it wasn't quick. Maybe it wasn't, right? Like I'm just feeling like it was for some reason. Like the transition was like hot, quick. Yeah, I think you're having a realization of like what you've been holding on to, maybe wounds that you've been holding on to, maybe relationships that you've been holding on to. It's like this truth just hits you. It feels like. Okay. This is so big. You're moving into such a beautiful cycle. Like I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, Aries. I cannot. Look at you. Yeah, it's like, you know what it's like? It's like you couldn't see, and then all of a sudden you're like, what is my long-term happiness, and is this it, and am I fulfilling that? And I think you getting connected to what you want in your future, what you want, what a happy family looks like, what long-term success looks like, what long-term happiness looks like, and you getting really connected to your like dreams and your goals, it feels like is what helped you really like shoot towards this new cycle. And some of you are like in the process of doing this. Like this is what you're moving into. And some of you are like still in here. So I just want to say that much. Like if you're like, well, I'm still like feeling like, you know, the moon, and I'm like, I'm still lost, right? What you're moving into pretty quickly, like it feels like it's just right here. Like if you're not already experiencing it, it feels like you're about to experience it. And it's really this like super healing energy that you're tapping into, that or that you're creating. And that is helping you really, and also tapping into your dreams and your like what you actually want. And then you get so sure of yourself. It feels like you just got so sure of yourself and you're like, I'm moving forward into my long-term happiness, into a new cycle, into the Nine of Pentacles, which is being financially, physically, and independently sovereign. Oh my, I'm so proud of you. Like, this is so good. Okay. I want to get advice. Okay. Is there any advice you have for Aries? This is so big. I'm like, I cannot. Oh my God. And this would have been so hard. Like, I just want to say that much. The Chiron wounds are like the deepest wounds we have. Like the deepest wound we have, really. It's like one of the deepest wounds we have. And I feel like Chiron and Pisces is prevalent for you, but I don't know. I didn't feel like totally, maybe it is Chiron and Pisces for some of you, but for some of you, I heard Chiron and Virgo and Chiron and Cancer. But it feels for some of you, it's more, some of you, it's really emotional and like it's overgiving. And others of you, it's like not believing that you can be like sovereign in your life. And that's the belief you've been tackling. But there's a few beliefs that I'm feeling like that are like on the horizon, that are like right there, that I'm like getting connected to. And it was something that was really making you feel stuck in your mind. Like this would have been running in your mind in the background forever, is what I'm feeling from you, or feeling from spirit. Okay. Advice. This almost went in reverse, but I don't know. Ace of Wands. Okay. Advice. Six of Wands. Oh my God. This is so good. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. It makes me so excited. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God. The Emperor in reverse. Wow. Emperor in reverse. Okay. Hold on. This is good though. I just want to say that much. I just want to say that much. Just the Knight of Wands. Hold on. Knight of Wands. Seven of Swords. Wow. This is what you were dealing with? Oh my God. This is crazy. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Oh my God. Aries. Who are you dealing with? Oh, well, it's Aries in reverse. But this doesn't feel like you. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. No. Okay. I'm getting this two ways. Okay. So you have successfully like had a huge realization and a huge, I'm here coming to Jesus moment. I don't know. I never say that, but that's something I'm hearing, where you have this moment of like realization of like, and you see clearly, like I've been treating myself like as if I'm the Emperor in reverse, and I'm not. But most of you have a situation where you were dealing with someone who is the Emperor in reverse and the Seven of Swords. Do you know what the Emperor in reverse and the Seven of Swords upright is? Oh my God, who were you dealing with? Because this is crazy. Either you were dealing with a person that was extremely manipulative. Like I'm talking a level that is like, you can't even see like this person would be like almost like pathological is what I'm feeling. If you were dealing with someone, if you weren't dealing with someone, then this is you seeing how you were not treating yourself right or thinking about yourself in the like in a light form. You were thinking about yourself in a very unhealthy way. And the successes is that you're seeing like, oh my God, I have been like thinking about myself in a very negative way that is absolutely not true. And I need to recorrect that in my brain. And the successes that you're realizing who you actually are through this whole process. And it's like amazing, right? And that's something you've already been realizing, I feel like, anyways. But if this is something else, like if this is somebody else, this is you realizing how insanely manipulative someone is, how insanely absolutely not okay this situation was for you, how someone was 100% acting in a very, very unhealthy, dark, controlling, passive-aggressive, manipulative, pathological. I'm literally hearing pathological, maybe even pathological lying, pathological manipulation. Like there's something about that here. And I never have heard pathological in any one of my readings except for this one. And so the success is in you realizing that there was somebody around you that was like this, right? And overcoming that and moving away from that. And realizing that you are the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. But also realizing that if you were, this is not another person, and you were thinking about yourself in a way that was from a wounded point of view, right? Which was the whole beginning of this, which is like, you're turning your pain into wisdom. You are seeing yourself clearly. Like you are, I'm hearing the Starborn again, Aries, like you're not whatever this is 100%. And if you were seeing yourself that way, you're not anymore. You're about to not be anymore because of the healing you've been doing. And you've been doing healing somehow, either with an external situation that's helping you internally release some wounding and really grow, or you have internal stuff you've just been processing and realizing and really coming to the light of who you actually are instead of what your mind has been telling you because of what others told you in the past in some way under the moon. And that's what you've been healing. Like, it's so big. This is so big. I cannot. This is so deep. And it's because you've been learning about how to transmute energy. And this really is about processing. Like, you've been processing something. Whether it's with an external situation or an internal situation or both, you've been processing it. And temperance is the alchemization of emotions. So it's changing one form of emotion to another. And I love, Tarot Doc always talks about, like, everyone says they don't know what transmuting means. And it's, have you ever like loved someone and then like in 1 minute you're like, you hate them the next moment? That's transmuting energy. It's more unconscious, but it's still a way to transmute energy, right? And so I am seeing you get familiar with how to transmute energy and how to transform your pain into wisdom, how to transform this really sticky situation, whether it's internal or external or both, into something you can really grow from, use, learn from, create from, because there is something I feel like you're meant to create, and it has to do with the 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. That's your long-term happiness and your independence. And this new cycle that you're going into is so much better. To cover up that 7 of Swords, because that's not even here anymore. Like, that's how I feel. Like, this new cycle is not going at all to be like this last one. If you were dealing with someone in a very manipulative way, like someone who's manipulating you, like, that's not something that I'm seeing is in the next cycle. You've learned that lesson. Like, that's something that you're passing. And again, this is something you're passing regardless. Like, of if you're dealing with an external situation or an internal situation, you're overcoming it. And that is the main message here. And I think it's confirmation for you to say, like, what you're moving into, like, a really beautiful cycle. And I feel like you can feel this a little bit, even if you're still dealing with like a lot of emotions. Like, this is where you're going. And to have hope again, because I do feel like you've been in some type of situation that feels not very nice to go through. Okay, I want to get final advice for you. I'm so proud of you, Aries. Like, I cannot. I am so proud of you. Okay. Aries, final advice. Stillness. Yes. Keep getting connected to stillness, because I feel like if you were dealing with any type of situation like this, the head gets so loud, right? Like, if you're dealing with Emperor in reverse, or even if you're just dealing with your own thoughts of feeling like you're not feeling good about yourself or whatever, like, stillness is where it's at. Like, getting really connected to, if you are feeling not good enough about yourself, or you're feeling bad about yourself, getting connected to that part and being like, what are you feeling right now? And how can I show up for you? And what do you need? And where are you coming from? Because I think that's what you've been doing with a lot of this work, even if it hasn't been exactly that way. There's some way you've been healing. Stillness. Purity. Yes, this is like what I'm saying. You had people in your life, in the past or present or both, that were telling you that you were not a unicorn. And you are a unicorn, Aries. Like, this was about purifying your energy to really see who you actually are, how rare you are, how beautiful you are, how magical you are, how much you have to offer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is beautiful. And you're passing into this new place. Can I see where you're going, Spirit Guides? Where are they going? Where's Aries going? Playfulness. Oh, yes. Elves. I love it. There's something about fairies coming through. You could be connecting with fairies. I know that just came through all of a sudden. Elves. You're moving towards like a really playful time and a time of truth. Yes. Because I feel like you've been dealing with like all of these things that were not true, either with another person, with yourself, between the relationship, in a situation. It's like all like, I could just feel like 7 of Swords, which is just like deception. And I feel like you're like, no more. I do not want to deal with anybody that's trying to deceive me. I do not want to be deceiving myself, even in an unhealthy way where I'm telling myself I'm not good enough. Like, this is you moving into the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, playfulness, the truth. Like, this is so good. And I just want you to feel that. Like, feel how far you've come. Feel how much you've worked, how you've worked so hard. Feel how you are overcoming this, because you are. I think it's easy to get bogged down by am I ever going to overcome this? Is this wound going to be around forever? Like, how am I ever going to like get over this? Am I ever going to get out of the situation? And it's like, you are. You are. And to tap into that, because it's there. It's there for you. I can feel it. It's in your energy. Tap into the relief. There's relief that, like, I feel like our guides are like sending relief externally. And so there is something to tap into externally. There's relief to tap into externally if you can get out of, like, your head. And I think that's why the stillness is here. It's like there's relief to be felt here. You are overcoming the situation. Believe in yourself. Keep believing in yourself. Keep talking yourself up. Keep seeing the truth of who you actually are and how pure you are and how wonderful you are and how much you're the starborn, you're rare. Like, there's something about you, Aries, that's really special and that was really like crunched down, stamped down from either the past or this current situation or both. And like, that's not like, your energy is rising. Like, you do not like let this do not let lies stamp down your beauty, your purity, your magic, because you have it. And to remember that, to get connected to that. And that's why the stillness is so important. And to do things that your inner child likes. Like watch kid movies. I've been watching so many kid movies lately. But like, you don't have to do that. But like, do things that make your inner child feel playful, like paint, whatever it is, sing, dance. Go out in nature, look at like bees and flowers and trees and get connected to everything there is. Like, there's so much beauty around you, Aries, and there's so much beauty within you. And I think this process has been about finding that beauty within you and like owning it and being like, yes, I am beautiful, because you are. And to not let the lies and the mistruths and the judgments and criticisms of others affect who you actually are and what you actually feel and what you actually want to do. Do not let anyone affect you that way. You don't usually, but like, I do feel like for some reason there was some type of wound that like got activated in a way that you were not expecting. I don't think you were expecting to have to like do this type of processing or something like that. And you have been doing it and you're doing it. So keep going. You are moving into a really beautiful cycle, and there is relief and playfulness and truth that you're going to be discovering, and to keep discovering yourself, because I think that it's not as scary as you might once have thought. It's not as bad as you once might have thought. The things that people were saying were not true about you, Aries, and I think that you're claiming that and you're reclaiming your power in a big way, and I'm so proud of you, and to just feel that pride for yourself, because you deserve it. You really do. Okay, Aries, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here for me, and I will see you guys next time.